Hey guys, we're here with Jesse. He's a fellow American that I met here in Spain a few weeks ago. Today we're going to talk about some of the biggest culture shocks that we experienced after moving to Spain. I've been here for close to 4 years. How long have you been here?
I've been here for about 10.
So we have a lot of culture shocks to share with you today. So the first thing that you're going to notice when you come to Spain is how different the greetings are. Here people greet with 2 kisses, and as Americans we usually want to go in with like a handshake or a hug, maybe, if we feel comfortable. But no, here you're going to get 2 kisses.
When they came in toward my face, I'm like, what are we doing here? You know, everything happens so slow. Like, so they come in for a kiss on the cheek. That's what they do. Interesting, in Italy, they do the 2 kisses, but the opposite. So I have an Italian friend that they kind of got confused because they start on the right side. Here they start on the left side. So that caused some confusion. You have to be careful
with that. It's like when you walk up to an American person, and I know you're American, like when we first saw each other, it's like, are we handshaking? Are we hugging? Are we doing the 2 kisses? And then eventually we just opt for hello because it's just easier.
Yeah, maybe a fist bump or something.
Definitely. The second thing that really shocked me when I first came to Spain were the bathrooms, for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
When I started renting an apartment and apartment hunting here in Seville, I noticed that all the bathrooms had bidets. And I thought that this was just like a stereotype of Americans, of Europeans, I mean. But no, it's true. They actually have bidets here.
In all the houses, yes. Not public restrooms.
Right.
Right? And I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the bidet. And it's something, I think, rather than it's something like, why do they all have bidets? I think it's the opposite. Why don't we have bidets? Like, you gotta be clean, right? And hygienic. It's a nice touch. Right. You gotta stay clean.
Yeah, you gotta clean your ass sometimes, right? It has to
clean your ass.
Please. But yeah, I guess in the US we just don't clean our asses.
Yeah.
What can you do?
That's it.
Oh my God. So they have bidets, okay, and you know, they're hygienic in that way. But then if you go to public restrooms, it's the complete opposite.
It's complete opposite.
It's like, first of all, half the time there's no toilet paper. Half the time there's no soap. So you go into the bathroom and you're like, okay, like I want to wash my hands. I'm about to eat my sandwich. No, you're not washing your hands because there's no soap.
Sometimes the water doesn't even work.
Or the water's freezing. I've never been to a restaurant or a place here where they actually have like warm water in the bathroom. Like it's all cold.
Yeah.
People also like rarely wash their hands after going to the bathroom. Whenever I go into the ladies' room here at restaurants, people will walk into the stall and walk out and not even look at the sink. And I'm like, you're not gonna wash your hands?
Really?
No. Yes. Let's talk about that. Like, literally, you'll see women like breastfeeding their children, okay?
At the table?
Yeah, you'll see girls here with just like a very thin t-shirt and no bra. Yeah. And people aren't like...
Yeah.
No, it's just like,
or wear a thin shirt where you see the bra.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's why in the US we really do have this culture, like we sexualize a lot, exoticize, right? Like Spanish culture, Latinas too, because like why are we like afraid and why are we hiding our bodies? Like, yes, I'm wearing a bra and yeah, what?
Or no, I'm not wearing a bra and
exactly. Yeah. And a lot of times it's like, oh, that's so hot. No, I'm just walking in the park, like.
Yeah.
So the third thing that surprised me when I got here to Spain was that I'd go out to grab a beer with friends and there would be kids at the bar. And I'm like, why are there children at the bar when this person's like drinking a cocktail and I'm drinking a beer? Like, this is weird, you know? But here, well, you know this as a parent, like it's just not strange to have your kid at a bar when you're just sipping on a beer with your friends.
And sometimes you gotta say like, yeah, we're at a bar. I'm gonna have a beer or not, and my kids are not gonna have a beer, and that's fine.
They're gonna have orange juice.
They're gonna have orange juice or chocolate milk or whatever.
Colacao.
Colacao. And we're gonna have a nice night or day or afternoon, but it's one of these things like you don't have to condemn everything that you don't agree with.
in the US, it's like we go to a bar to go drink hard.
Yeah,
So it's a
lot of
different
times.
environment.
It's a different culture.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about how at the Alameda, which is something I've talked about before. If you haven't seen that video about places to see in Spain, you should.
Definitely.
The Alameda, there's literally a huge playground right in the middle. And the Alameda is like this strip of just like bars. People go there to just drink and just, you know, maybe eat, have a cocktail, have a beer, have a wine, have dinner. And there's a playground in the middle. So something that surprised me when I first came to Sevilla is that I'd go to Alameda and like all these 20-year-olds are like, yeah, let's go to Alameda. We're going to go have a cocktail. And I'm like, why is there a playground full of kids? And there are so many kids at like midnight. And they're like, yeah, they're just playing, whatever. Like, it's different. But thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, I want to have my kid in eyesight when I know that I'm out with my friends, but I know they're okay, they're playing, they're with my friends' kids. All right, the next one that got me when I first came here and still gets me today is the intense staring. Honestly, people stare a lot here. Like, people will look into your soul. Like, they will watch you on the street. If you're walking by someone, I'll be like noticing that they're staring at me and I'm like trying to avoid eye contact. The American in me, right? Like, why are they staring at me right now? And they're like following me. Why are you looking at me? Do you have something on my face? But no, people here aren't afraid of eye contact. People here are very close. So even the way that, you know, people speak to each other is very different. Like, you know, the personal space is not really a thing here. So you'll notice that your Spanish friends will be inching in and you're like inching away, like, whoa, I need space right now.
And they talk so loud.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, hold on, guys. Can I have a little bit of space?
I didn't really notice the intense staring when I first came here because I came from South Korea. And there, being a white person, first you stand out anyway.
Yeah.
And there aren't many white people there, you know, proportionally.
People here dress so well. Sometimes I just want to go out on the street in un chandal, you know, just with sweats, whatever. Can I just look nappy for today? Can I just not care about my appearance? But no, like, people here, look what he's wearing, look what I'm wearing. Yeah. Like, we dress up. Yeah, that is true. And I think that's distinct here with Sevilla, though. Yes. You know, more than in Spain. Yeah. Because out in the country, it's not really like that as much, I've noticed. In the north, too, it's not as much. There's a little bit more like, kind of like grunge hippie fits. But here, people are very, like, elegant. Yeah. Always.
Which is kind of, I needed something like that to, like, raise my own standard. Yes. But, yeah, I can imagine, especially for a woman, I can imagine how it would be, like, pesado.
Dude, I mean, I see women here walking in heels on the street.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, I mean, you look great, you look fire, but don't your ankles hurt?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like almost like a sacrifice for you, right? To wear high heels everywhere, like that's gotta, like you said, that's gotta hurt after a while.
Painful.
You know, for feria, they have so many, like so many women have a hurt. Their feet are just swollen and sore. But I mean, you look great.
Yes, I mean, it's the sacrifice for beauty, right? As Beyonce said, pretty hurts.
That's it.
You know, I mean, that's it.
So one of the things that takes getting used to too is something that they call Spanish time. And it's essentially like it happened with us. We arranged to meet at 11:30 and I got here at like 11:45 and you probably about the same thing. Yeah. And that's Spanish time. It's not very punctual. So if punctuality is very important to you, it's just something you got to get used to. Yeah, like
definitely. I mean, I blended in well because I'm generally not a punctual person. I usually am about 10 to 15 minutes late. So,
that's early here.
Hey, I don't know. Depends on the person. Yeah. It does depend on the person. But a lot of times, time is moldable. Like, it's not, if we're there at 11:30 to 11:30, no. You can have a little bit more leeway to be late.
Yeah. Eating out culture, which took some getting used to because, and this actually happened in reverse to me, like a reverse culture shock. When I went back to the United States, I realized, oh wait, everyone has their own meals, their own portions, their own plates, and you don't touch other people's food.
Yeah.
Whereas here it's more, especially with tapas, it's more communal.
Yes.
And so everyone kind of like dips in, you take it and maybe put some on your plate or something, but it's very communal, and paying the bill is a lot more communal than out.
Definitely. I mean, here people want to split even. Like, let's not even think about who had what. Let's just split it between, if there's 3 people, split it evenly between 3. And the waiters do that too. So whenever I'm out with American people and they're like, hold on, I only had 1 coffee. Or you had 2 beers, I only had 1. So we need to split it 2/3. It's like, the waiter's like, can we just, come on, like, can we just pay for this?
Yeah.
Be soon, you know, like, just deal with it yourself. The thing, when you move to a different country, if you come here to Spain, do as the Spanish do. Don't do as the dude from Seattle does, because you're not in Seattle anymore. Forget it. You're in Spain.
Yeah.
So you got to learn to adapt, or else you won't make local friends. Because I would say that Sevillanos and people from here really are like, if they don't like you, bye. They're not going to make an effort. The last point that I have to mention here is the bread cutter in Mercadona. Please, this was the best invention ever, okay? You say you don't know about it.
I've never seen it. I've never seen this thing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So in Mercadona, I'm gonna go record a video for you guys so you can see this.
Mercadona, by the way, is the giant supermarket chain.
Yes, yeah. How could you compare that in the US? It's
Like,
not Walmart.
I don't think we have, no, it's not Walmart. It's like, in Pennsylvania, we have Super Fresh or maybe Aldi or something, if they have
We
Aldi.
don't even have Aldi.
We don't have Aldi, that's
do you have
right.
Fred Meyer? Do you have Safeway?
I've heard of Safeway or Fred Meyer. I've heard of them.
Well, that's okay.
It's like a supermarket
A
chain.
supermarket.
Acme, ShopRite. Do you
We
have
don't
that?
have those. Oh my
Oh.
god, that's crazy.
Yeah, we don't have national chains, I think.
Anyway, besides Walmart.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not the point here. So the bread cutter at Mercadona. You can go into Mercadona, which is this huge supermarket, and you can grab a loaf of bread, and you take it to this little machine in
Freshly
the corner.
baked bread.
Freshly baked bread. It's like €3. It's the best thing ever. You grab your loaf of bread and bring it to the bread cutter, and then the bread cutter grabs it and cuts it for you. And you can choose if you want thinly sliced, thick sliced, or medium sliced.
That's crazy. So it's like a serrated machine
Exactly.
that,
Yeah.
that's crazy. Yeah, I've never seen this thing. I don't really buy bread very much. So there's
I've
that.
seen Americans on TikTok freaking out about the bread cutter,
Probably.
so I'm gonna have to go and record a video for y'all.
Yeah, any marketing people bring that to the United States.
You should. All right, well, if you like the video, go watch this one because I think you'll like that. I'm gonna link Jesse's YouTube information down below, so you should definitely go check his channel out.
Especially if you're parents.
Yes, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.